Welcome. Thanks for watching again. This is another game of Kongai League. I'm MaddAddams. I'm fighting the themrchook. This deck that I'm using starts out with Cornelius with the tomes. I'm facing Ubuntu with the Death Mask right now. This is a very common matchup to see. It's generally one of the few bad ones for Cornelius. We do the typical range thing. I want to get close. He wants to get far. We each hit each other to start off. He picks up a Staff Strike proc. I don't pick up a Tomes proc. Gonna go for another Void Stream, and he switches right out. And he brings in Taff, who does pretty well against Cornelius, and I rest here first turn because if he hides and I don't rest, I'm dead. But he does a Poison Dart, which isn't a bad move at all. Very smart. Especially with he's using an Insignia on his Teferi, and coupled with the Staff Strike proc, Teferi's doing a lot of direct damage with that attack. Even with my 6 Stark defense, it's doing 17 a hit, plus sometimes he's picking up Poison proc. But as you can see, I'm getting down in health very fast. My tomes aren't proccing to pick up a little health, which would be crucial for staying in right now. And then this poison right here, it kills me perfectly. If it didn't poison, I would have another chance to hit him, do a poison proc, or maybe get a tome proc, survive, stay in a little longer, see if I can hit him. Well, and this is at least weaken him down. But I bring in Xena. This isn't a greatest matchup for Xena, just because she's all physical and thus really susceptible to that Leafy Trap. But I figure, since we're already at front, he doesn't have much energy. It's an okay choice, and I'm just going to try and see if I can get a chain stun here. So I do the Mistress command, I get a miss, which is excellent because that means she's going to be in the fight for a little bit longer, and I get my stun. So this is exactly how I need this to start off going, except for the miss on the unrevealed character. Throughout this fight, I'm really going to be watching that meter because I want Ubuntu to die. He doesn't have a lot of physical, and Tiger Frenzy is a great way to finish Ubuntu off when he's not on the field, and some players don't really pay attention to it, but it totally takes that Death Mask out of play, because if you kill him doing that, he can't come in, eat a finisher attack, and hit you with a Spiritual Assistance, which is a common trick. So I'm trying to get a lot of damage in on him, but at the same time I'm trying to stun Teferi, and I didn't get the stun on Teferi, and so I take another Poison Dart. And again, I had one more turn in the Mistress command, and that one does not stun. That one stunned Ubuntu, so it's going to damage him a little bit. Now I'm just praying for a miss. As it is, I've done a lot of damage to Ubuntu. Taft's done a lot of damage, and my third character is Ambrosia. So I figure this is possible. The 2 characters that I still have revealed, I feel I have decent chances of beating with Ambrosia. It's just that third one that's getting me, and I know pretty much who it is because, well, I mean, you know, because it's done 11 damage one time, but it's also been dodged some of the other times, and so that means Popa. There's no other choice. That's a luck-based character. I have a Girdle, which sort of helps in that particular matchup. It's not going to affect Teferi and Ubuntu, of course. I start off doing an Intercept. It's a whiff. I kind of wish I had gotten a little bit more damage on Taff, you know, just one Tome proc, or just a little bit more if I had gotten one more turn of Frenzy in, just because then I could kill him with a Vamp Kiss, but as it turns out, it's going to take more than just one hit to kill him. And doing Spectral Choke is a suicide move because that's going to put me very vulnerable to Spirit Assistance. I can't have that. I'm watching Ubuntu's health. It's going down pretty fast because he's got those 2 extra damage procs, the bleed and the poison. But it's not quite going to be enough. I go for a spiked boot that turn, and he switches out to Ubuntu. I'm not surprised. And if he gets far, it's very awful for me. So I'm just going to make it to the point where he's only going to have 80 energy, which is not enough to go far, and hit me with a spiritual assistance. So keep it close, rest. Or does he attack? Yeah. He's taking a little time to decide how he wants this to go. He decides to do a staff strike and just deal damage to me close, which I guess that's a way of showing that he has confidence right now, putting Ubuntu in like that. I'm just doing the spike boots. Spike boots are a good finisher against Death Mask, just because if you get that stun, it negates the death mask, because now they sit there for a turn stunned. You can just rest, and that's a nice proc, but I don't get the stun on the turn I want it. I get it, and I do the pre-kill again so that he doesn't hit me again, get his buffs again. That would be bad. And now Popo comes in. I'm pretty much at his mercy. If Taff had come in, he had so little hit points, I could kill him with a bleeding ritual in one turn. But against Popo, I just have to hope to get lucky. But if you're watching how much time is left in this video, you know it doesn't happen. And I would have had to get very lucky. He would have had to miss a lot of hits. But he played CC against that very well, and really shows how to use Teferi in that game. Good game.